It's Saturday afternoon, the sun's out, there's a food truck parked outside, and you're standing in a brewery surrounded by flannel shirts, golden retrievers, young parents with kids running around, and 17 different types of IPA. Just a few years ago, this was the dream. Every town had a brewery, sometimes 5 of them, each one promising something locally crafted, hand-hopped, or double-dry hazed. But today, that dream is starting to fade. Breweries that once had lines out the door are quietly shutting down. Taprooms are emptier. And that buzzword that once defined a generation of beer lovers, craft, doesn't hit quite the same anymore. So what happened? How did we go from a nationwide obsession to IPA fatigue? To understand the fall, we have to rewind to the golden age, the early 2010s. Back then, craft beer wasn't just a drink, it was a movement. For the first time, people wanted to know their brewer. They wanted beer that tasted unique, bold, experimental, the opposite of corporate light lagers. Breweries became community centers. They hosted trivia nights, concerts, yoga sessions, even weddings. By 2020, there were more than 9,000 craft breweries in the US, nearly triple the number from just a decade before. You could throw a hop pellet and probably hit a brewery.
And leading that charge was one beer style, the India Pale Ale, or IPA. What started as a niche, hop-forward style quickly became the face of craft beer culture. The bitter, floral, citrusy punch was exciting, different, and it gave every brewery something to show off. Then came hazy IPAs, juicy IPAs, double IPAs, triple dry-hopped, double-juiced, lactose-loaded, galaxy-hopped IPAs. Every tap list started looking the same, IPA after IPA after IPA. And for drinkers, that's when it started to happen. IPA fatigue, the oversaturation, the sameness, the palate overload. The more brewers tried to innovate, the more they started to blur together. People still loved beer, they were just tired of the same beer.
Then came 2020, and COVID hit. Tap rooms went dark, festivals were canceled, and a lot of small breweries, built on community, in-person sales, and good vibes, suddenly had none of that. While big brands could pivot to cans and distribution, smaller ones struggled to survive. And by the time the world opened back up, everything had changed. Drinkers weren't drinking as much. Inflation hit hard. Hops got expensive. And the beer fridge was now competing with hard seltzers, canned cocktails, and non-alcoholic options. The once booming industry had hit a wall, and that wall was lined with unsold kegs of double hazy IPAs.
The truth is, it wasn't just bad luck, it was overgrowth. For years, craft beer had been expanding faster than its audience. When your city has 40 breweries all releasing new IPAs every week, someone's bound to run out of customers. IPA fatigue wasn't just about taste anymore, it was about attention span. Even die-hard beer fans couldn't keep up with the hype drops, collaborations, and limited releases. And once the novelty wore off, only the strongest brand survived. We are looking at you, Stone, Ballast Point, and Lagunitas.
But maybe this isn't the end. Maybe it's a correction, a rebalancing. Breweries are starting to pivot. Crisp lagers are making a comeback. Light beers, pilsners, and classic European styles are quietly taking over tap lists again. People still love local beer. They just want something they can drink more than one of. And for the brewers that survive this wave, the focus isn't hype anymore. It's craft, real craft. The era of IPA fatigue might be closing one chapter, but it's opening another, one pint at a time. Don't get me wrong, I was once an IPA fanatic myself, no shade thrown their way, and I still will even order IPAs at my local brewery, but it is no longer my sole drink type. If you enjoyed this look at the rise and fall of craft beer, or if you're still nursing a little IPA fatigue yourself, hit that like button and subscribe for more nostalgic deep dives like this one. And before you go, let's raise a glass to all the local breweries that didn't make it. Drop their names in the comments. We'll build a little RIP Breweries Wall of Fame right here in the comments section. Because every one of those places had a story and at least one beer that made us say, wow, this is actually pretty good.